Let's be real. We are living through one of the fastest, most insane technological revolutions in human history. Artificial intelligence is already changing everything: how we learn, how we work, how we connect with each other. It's promising a future filled with incredible innovation, whole new industries, and just massive, massive economic growth.
You know, the World Bank puts it perfectly here. AI isn't just about getting a smarter app on your phone. No, it's a tool that could literally accelerate development for every single person on this planet. The promise is just immense. But here's the catch. If that promise is supposed to be for everyone, well, we've got a major problem on our hands.
91%. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's how much of all venture capital funding for AI startups is packed into high-income countries. All of a sudden, that bright, shiny promise of a shared global future, it starts to look dangerously one-sided. To really get what's happening, I want you to picture the whole AI revolution as a global marathon. The starting gun has already fired, boom. But while a handful of countries are already sprinting way ahead with all the best gear, most of the world is still back at the starting line just trying to tie their shoelaces. That, right there, is the global AI divide.
So, to really understand this divide, we need to break it down. And luckily, a huge report from the World Bank just did that for us. It points to 4 foundational pillars that basically decide whether a country can even compete in this race. These are the absolute, non-negotiable essentials for AI readiness.
It all boils down to what the report calls the 4 C's. First up is connectivity, reliable internet and power. Super basic, but you can't do anything without it. Second is compute, which is just the raw processing horsepower you need to run AI models. Third is context, the relevant local data to actually train them. And finally, you have competency, the skilled people needed to build and manage the whole shebang. Okay, so first, let's get into the most physical part of this whole divide, the hardware. Compute and connectivity. Think of these as the digital highways and the supercars racing on them. And right now, pretty much all of them are owned by the same tiny group of people. And get a load of this, 92%. That is Nvidia's absolutely staggering market share for the special AI chips that power this entire revolution. See, their unique design for parallel processing makes them pretty much essential. So basically, one single company holds the keys to the entire hardware kingdom. Talk about a concentration of power. And this chart, wow, this really shows you what that looks like in the real world. A mind-blowing 77% of the world's data center capacity is sitting in high-income countries. Meanwhile, lower-income nations, which are home to a huge chunk of the world's population, have just 5%. 5.
So here's the really crucial point. If you don't own the hardware, you're forced to rent it. This puts developing nations in a position where they have to rely completely on foreign cloud services. We're talking huge costs and, honestly, some major geopolitical risks. It's like you're being forced to play in someone else's stadium, and you've got to play by their rules. But this chasm, it goes so much deeper than just servers and chips. The next 2 pillars, context and competency, they show us a divide in the very data that fuels AI and in the human talent you need to build it. This is the human and information gap. AI models learn from the data we feed them, and most of that data, it comes from the internet. Now here's the problem. A massive 45% of everything online is in English. So when an AI is trained on a world that looks and sounds mostly English, it fundamentally struggles to understand other cultures, other languages, and other local contexts. This basically creates a world of what we can call data-rich countries versus data deserts. If your country doesn't have high-quality data digital in its own language reflecting its own reality, you simply cannot build AI that actually works for your people's needs. It's impossible. And finally, we've got to talk about human talent. This quote right here is it's jaw-dropping. India produces an incredible 7% of the world's top-tier AI researchers, but almost none of them actually work in India. In fact, a full 57% of the entire world's top AI talent works in the US alone. This is a massive global brain drain, and it's pulling economic potential right out of the countries that need it most. So, is this whole situation just hopeless? Is it game over? Not at all. The World Bank report actually pivots from just diagnosing the problem to laying out a really practical roadmap for action, one that's tailored to where different countries are right now. So the key takeaway here is that there is no one-size-fits-all solution. It just doesn't work that way. For countries with low AI readiness, the report says, look, focus on smart adoption. That means relying on global cloud services and just translating existing models for local use. But as a country's abilities grow, the focus can shift to building regional data centers and customizing open source AI. Only the most advanced nation should even be thinking about the highest level, developing their own AI chips and domestic models from the ground up.
And this leads us to the really critical question. With such a massive gap already in place, can targeted policies and smart investments actually be enough to level what is, right now, an incredibly uneven playing field? The core message is crystal clear. For most of the world, chasing the latest, most advanced AI is absolutely the wrong move. The real path forward is investing in the foundations, things like affordable broadband, widespread digital skills, and strong data governance. You get the basics right, and that unlocks everything else. And look, the stakes just could not be higher. As the World Bank warns, this isn't some academic exercise. As AI becomes woven into the fabric of our society, leaving millions of people on the sidelines to just watch it all happen, that's simply not an option. This is about ensuring prosperity is shared. Ultimately, this whole conversation comes down to one crucial question. We know for a fact AI is going to reshape our world, but if all the power, all the data, and all the talent are concentrated in just a handful of places, who really gets to decide what that future is going to look like for the rest of us?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.